60 Minutes Overtime.
This week on 60 Minutes, we traveled to Israel to report on the historic protests against the Netanyahu government's proposed judicial overhaul. This legislation would weaken the Supreme Court's power, eliminating checks and balances put upon the government's authority. We arrived in the Middle East in the dead of August, but the sweltering heat didn't stop the tens of thousands of Israelis from spending their Saturdays taking to the streets in protest. In fact, it was so crowded, we even lost our crew a few times. There was loud music, singing, and chanting from people of all ages and organizations. We spent some time with the Brothers and Sisters in Arms, a group of Israeli Army reservists who stopped showing up for duty and are now fighting what they call a war within the country. Did you ever dream that you'd be doing this within the society?
Never. Not even 9 months ago, not even 3 months ago. And it's a situation that is deteriorating so fast, we could never believe.
Ron Scherf is one of the founding members and leaders of Brothers and Sisters in Arms. He spent 33 years in the military, including as a Special Forces commander.
We're defending Israel against danger, and now the danger is from inside. That's what we feel.
Does it kind of break your heart?
Yes, much so, yes.
Members of the group brought their skills, common military backgrounds, and extreme dedication to the cause. Ron, you're one of the founders of Brothers in Arms. You're one of the leaders now. How much time are you spending on this?
I'm spending 80% in my job and 80% in the protest. That's what I say.
But in reality, how much time are you spending on this?
Every day, hours. At night, in the morning, when I drive the car, all the time.
Wow.
Really,
Well,
it's all the time.
what do you actually do during the week? I mean, these protests are Saturday nights, so...
We have conversations with the coalition and the opposition and everybody. We have the exhibitions and the protests, special protests. We go to different rallies to speak. We have meetings with the different groups. So it's
full-time.
We're building an organization, and it's full-time.
I heard this, lawyers standing by to come in case you are arrested.
Voluntary, yes. One of the groups is a voluntary guy to support legally and emotionally people who get detained and arrested.
Everybody is trying to do what they're best at.
Shira Etting was a combat helicopter pilot in Israel's Air Force.
So you have some of the reservists that are parts of Brothers in Arms are lawyers, and others are psychologists, and others, like me, give speeches, and others are great engineers, so they build the exhibitions. Everybody's doing what they're good at.
We spoke with the architect of the judicial overhaul, Yariv Levine. He's the Justice Minister and Vice Prime Minister of Israel, and he says this judicial reform is necessary in order to rein in a judiciary that has too much power. The protesters say that you are destroying democracy in Israel. What is your response?
Of course, I respect the opinions of those who are seeing my reform as something that could do any harm, but I can assure you that the fears are completely baseless. The current situation in Israel is the judicial system is completely controlled by a group, an allied group. More than half of the Israeli population finds itself as if the judicial system is something that is almost against them.
The Supreme Court held a hearing on the judicial overhaul last week, but a ruling is not expected for weeks or even months. And so the Brothers and Sisters in Arms will continue to protest.
I'm fighting for the right of my children to live here in the future, and for my parents who are worried that the miracle that they were part of building is going to be destroyed. And I'm afraid of unlimited power by the government. This is what's driving me.